Did you know that the automatic transmission was invented by Brazilians? Hey, engineering fans! Today we'll explore a story that not only changed driving but also inspires national pride. Have you ever stopped to think about the origin of the automatic transmission? Many people don't know this, but the foundation of the system that enabled the mass production of automatic transmissions has deep and surprising roots right here in Brazil. But before we dive deeper into this incredible story, let's get on the same page. What exactly is an automatic transmission and how is it different from the manual transmission that many of us learn to drive with? Essentially, an automatic transmission is a vehicle component that takes on the responsibility of shifting the car's gears autonomously, meaning without the need for the driver's intervention. Without the need to operate the clutch or manipulate the gear lever, while in a vehicle with a manual transmission, the driver needs to coordinate pressing the clutch with engaging the correct gear. To optimize performance and fuel consumption in an automatic transmission, this entire process is managed by a complex internal system. This automation provides a smoother and more comfortable driving experience, especially in heavy traffic situations or on long trips, where reducing driver fatigue is a notable benefit. This ease of use was one of the main factors responsible for its widespread global popularity over the decades. But how did the idea of a car that shifts gears by itself start to emerge in the minds of engineers and inventors? And what were the initial attempts to make this vision a reality? The quest to automate automotive transmission is not a recent concept, but rather an aspiration that dates back to the early 20th century. Several inventors around the world were already envisioning a future where driving would be simpler and more accessible. One of these pioneers was the Canadian Alfred Horner Munro, who in 1923 registered a patent for a type of automatic transmission that operated with compressed air. This invention, although it demonstrated great ingenuity for its time, faced several challenges. Munro's technology, despite being innovative in its concept, lacked the robustness and efficiency needed for large-scale commercial application. It couldn't deliver the power and reliability expected to be implemented in the vehicles of that period. Thus, it remained more as an important conceptual step in the timeline, but not as the definitive solution that would come to dominate the market. And it was in this search for a practical solution that Brazilian talent shone brightly. The real turning point in the history of the automatic transmission, the one that served as the basis for modern mass production systems, came from the minds of two visionary Brazilian engineers, José Brás Araripe and Fernando Yele de Lemos. In the 1920s, these talented engineers moved to the United States, where they began working in naval repair shops. This provided them with an environment rich in mechanical and hydraulic challenges. It was during this period that they dedicated more than a decade of their lives to developing a transmission system capable of completely eliminating the use of the clutch pedal. The great innovation they brought was the use of hydraulic fluid to perform gear shifts autonomously and smoothly. This concept, that of a hydraulically operated transmission, was a milestone because it represented a practical and efficient solution, overcoming the technical challenges of previous attempts. In 1932, the hard work and genius of Araripe and Lemos were rewarded when they registered the patent for their invention. This patent was not just an idea, but a functional system with the potential to transform the automotive industry forever. Major automotive industry players quickly recognized the significance of Araripe and Lemos' invention. General Motors, one of the largest vehicle manufacturers in the world, immediately recognized the enormous potential of the technology developed by the Brazilians. With a strategic vision, the company acquired the patent rights in the same year it was registered. This acquisition was a real game changer. The system developed by the Brazilian engineers was not just an inspiration, it served as the fundamental basis for the development of what would come to be known as Hydramatic. The Hydramatic, introduced by General Motors in its 1940 Oldsmobile model, is recognized as the world's first mass-produced automatic transmission. It incorporated and improved upon the hydraulic concept of the Brazilians, combining a fluid coupling which replaced the traditional mechanical clutch with a hydraulically controlled planetary gear system. This arrangement allowed the gears to be shifted automatically, smoothly and efficiently without any need for the driver to operate the clutch. The launch of the Hydramatic marked the beginning of a new era in driving, making it more accessible and comfortable for millions of people, and consolidating the often underappreciated legacy of Brazilian innovation in the foundation of modern automotive technology. The robustness and reliability of the Hydramatic was so remarkable that it not only equipped civilian vehicles, but was also adapted and successfully used in military vehicles during World War II. The Brazilian contribution was decisive in making automatic transmissions viable on a large scale. Behind this are elegant solutions such as the torque converter and the planetary gear set working in harmony. It's beautiful to see on the inside. But how did the automatic transmission evolve? The resounding success of the Hydramatic drove other automakers to invest in developing their own automatic transmissions, marking the beginning of a technological race. The following decades, especially from the 1950s onward, saw a massive popularization and constant improvement of these systems. The main driving force behind this evolution was the relentless pursuit of smoother gear shifts, better energy efficiency, and greater durability. The major turning point in the sophistication of automatic transmissions came with advances in electronics. The incorporation of automotive computers revolutionized the way transmissions operate. High-precision sensors and microprocessors began to manage gear shifts with unprecedented intelligence. Using extensive real-time data, such as vehicle speed, engine revolutions per minute, accelerator pedal position, and even the driver's driving style. This electronic integration enabled the development of transmissions with an increasing number of gears, with 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 or even more gears, optimizing fuel consumption and vehicle performance. For example, continuously variable transmissions, or CVTs, which instead of fixed gears, use a system of pulleys and belts to offer an infinite number of gear ratios, resulting in linear and very smooth acceleration. Another innovation is dual clutch transmissions, which combine the efficiency of manual gearboxes with the convenience of automatics, providing ultra-fast gear shifts with no interruption of torque through two clutches operating in parallel. But what was the impact of this innovation on the automotive industry and on people's lives? And why is the Brazilian contribution of Araripe and Lemos so significant in this whole context? The invention and subsequent improvement of the automatic transmission transformed not only the automotive industry, but also the very experience of driving for millions of people around the world. By eliminating the complexity of operating the clutch and shifting gears manually, this technology made driving more accessible, less stressful, and more comfortable, especially in increasingly congested urban environments. Today, even with the advent of electric vehicles, which often do away with a traditional transmission in favor of direct torque delivery, the legacy of automation and power optimization remains. The history of the automatic transmission is a vivid testament to engineering's constant pursuit of innovative solutions that improve our daily lives. It highlights the importance of the persistence and vision of engineers. And crucially, it emphasizes that the foundation for one of the most impactful inventions in the history of the global automotive industry has its origin in the genius of two Brazilians. The contribution of José Braz Araripe and Fernando Yele de Lemos. It is a source of great pride and a powerful reminder of the impact that Brazilian engineering can have on a global scale. If you've made it this far and enjoyed the video, take the opportunity to subscribe if you haven't already, leave your like and activate the notification bell. And if you find our content interesting, consider becoming a member to help us keep producing content here on the platform and be remembered in our videos. So, do you have an automatic car? Did you know that the automatic transmission was invented by Brazilians? Leave it here in the comments, I want to know. Right here, you'll find two interesting video options that will expand your knowledge and spark your curiosity. To support us, like subscribe, turn on notifications, and consider joining as a member. That's it, engineering lovers. A big hug and I'll see you in the next video.